So guys, welcome to this session. It's 12:40, so let's start this. So today I want to show you, and I want to help you stay out of trouble when you're presenting data. And at the same time, I want to show you some tricks inside of PowerPoint that will help you build better slides faster. Okay, so better slides faster and staying out of trouble. Is that okay with you? Yes. Okay, so my name is Boris. I run a company that's a presentation agency, and we help some of the biggest companies out there write, design, and deliver truly effective presentations. If you have questions in regards to why are we so great, please come after the session and ask. I'm sure that you're not here for that. However, I'm sure that you're here for something else, and these are the 5 tricks that I wanted to show you. So let's jump immediately to the demo. Now, let me show you a presentation that we were using for one of our corporate trainings. So in that presentation, you will see a cat, right? However, the cat is not the most important thing. There is a badly made chart here that looks like this. And for now, the only thing that I want you to do is remember the numbers, 34, 31, 9, 26, okay? That's the only thing that I want you to remember for now. So let me show you something very interesting. So if I leave that presentation and I copy paste it, because if you don't copy paste it, and what we are going to do right now may harm the file, you may end up in a situation where the file is not opening anymore. That's why you want to work with a copy of that file, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the extension of this file. Damn, that is very small. So I'm going to change the extension of this file to a zip, okay? So let me show you. So once I change that extension to a zip, Microsoft, of course, is going to ask me, are you okay today? Are you okay? Of course, you are going to say, I was at Microsoft Ignite, so everything is fine. So then, once that becomes a zip, what do we do with zips? We unzip them, right? So let's unzip this. And inside of that presentation, now currently, what you are looking at is behind the scenes of what makes a PowerPoint presentation work, okay? So now, the folder that we are curious about is the so-called PPT folder, right? Stands for PowerPoint. So let's go inside. So inside of that folder, depending on the presentation that you extracted, you will see different folders. So for example, if you have images, icons, or videos, you'll see a folder that's called media, right? So let me show you what's there inside of the media folder. Inside of the media folder, there are all of the images that were being used as part of the presentation. What's more, I don't know whether or not at some point in the past, let me show you something. I don't know whether or not at some point in the past, you copy-pasted a picture from one's presentation to the other. But if you have done this, you may have noticed that the quality of the photo drops. Have you noticed that one? Now, with this trick, you can take the original sized photos of the author of the file, which is a completely different thing. Of course, be mindful on the copyright, okay? The fact that you know that you can do this doesn't mean that you have to do it always and for every single presentation. Now, here are the files, the media files, and we can stop the trick here, right? However, it becomes better, because if there is data inside of your presentation, you may end up with a folder that's called embeddings. And that folder is the dangerous / interesting one. Let me show you what I mean. So inside of that folder, there are Excel files, right? The question is, what's in those Excel files? So let me show you. I'll copy paste one of them and I'll open it for you. Now, do you remember the numbers? 34, 31, 9, 26, right? This is the data behind that pie chart. Because how do we end up with charts in PowerPoint in first place? We create them in Excel. We then copy paste them into PowerPoint, make them bigger, make them another color, and that's that, right? So that is all the data this chart is using. Then please explain to me why then am I seeing sheet number 2 in here? Can you see it from here? Okay. Explain to me, why do I see sheet number 2? Because I'm sure that at some point in your daily life, you have seen Excel files with more than one sheet in them, right? On a daily basis, right? On a daily basis. Some of them using colors, even, to tap, to make the proper taps. And what is in that sheet then? In this case, there is nothing. But the last time we saw it was with a company that's called Deloitte. You may have heard them. And with those guys, they just had a public seminar, and they have sent the PowerPoint presentation to all the attendees afterwards. So immediately after during the training, they extracted the presentation so that they make sure that no data leaked. However, quite a lot of data leaked in this way. And the unfortunate thing was that their manager, the team's manager, who actually came from Netherlands just for that training, also saw that. And that is a problem, right? And the biggest problem is that this is not even trackable. You cannot track when it happens. And you cannot know what's going to happen and how people are going to use this. So when people see this, and I'm going to show you why this happens, you have two thoughts in your mind right now. It's either, wait a minute, what have I been sending up until now? That's first thought. Or the other, wait a minute, I have so many presentations on my computer. What will happen if I extract them all? What will I find if I extract them all? That is the question, right? Now, let me show you why this happens. So I'll create a blank presentation quite quickly. And then I'll open it. So, new slide, empty slide, I don't need this. So, let me copy paste the chart. Now, I don't know if you noticed, I'll try to zoom in very carefully here. So, let me try and zoom in on this resolution, see how this will work. So, have you seen those? So, the problem comes from here. If I paste it like this, it becomes an image, right? It goes to the media folder, so that's okay. The Excel file is not there. However, if I use one of those two, if you hover over them, and I won't be able to do that very easily here on this resolution, you'll see that they say whatever, 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 and link the data. And link the data, right? If I link the data, which is also the default behavior, the Excel file won't be part of the PowerPoint presentation, which is nice, okay? That's nice. However, if, because I was in a hurry, or I just didn't know, and I used one of the first two options, it actually says not link the data, but embed the workbook. And now you know why that happens. Because if you embed the workbook, not only the sheet which uses and which has your data basing the chart on it is going to be there, but the whole Excel file. And if there are more tabs in that Excel file, it becomes part of the presentation. And that is dangerous, okay? So I'll use the link data so that I show you what happens. So I'll paste with one of the buttons here. Now, if you see this, if I go to the chart design tool, I can still go to edit data and edit data in Excel, and I can still open that file because I have permissions to the folder or the drive where this file resides, right? However, if I do the following, take a look. If I go to the File tab, underneath here, you will see a new button showing up. Let me show you. It's called Edit Links to Files. So if I want to queue that access to that file, what I can do is I can click there, and I can say, oh, yeah, Microsoft detects that there is one Excel file in that presentation and something outside of the PowerPoint presentation. And from there, from there, I can use the so-called button that's called Break Link. Let me zoom it out for you again. And if I use that, it's over, right? Let me show you. So I can go Break Link, go Close. Again, the chart, look, I cannot reach the file anymore. It's not also part of the PowerPoint presentation, which is a good idea. And I can still edit it, right? I can still edit it. So that is one solution. Another solution for you is to not send PowerPoint presentations in first place, but a PDF, right? That's another solution. A third solution is to build the chart inside of PowerPoint itself, right? Because you can go insert chart. There are solutions to this problem, but just be mindful because of that, okay? Because every single client that we work with Every one of them has this problem, and data can leak, and data leaks out of their presentations. That's very dangerous. That's very, very dangerous. Now, that is trick number 1, okay? Be mindful with those things. Now, let me show you something else now. So this is a presentation that we did for someone in Microsoft. His name is James. I believe he's not part of the company anymore for some reason, I don't know. But in that presentation, we have used, obviously, the Surface Pen a bit here. But then, there is something strange in this presentation. Take a look. This pink color is not part of that presentation by, like, it doesn't make sense to have pink color here, right? The question is, how can I take the orange color of the logo from the logo of Microsoft easily, right? Easily. Some of you may have seen that if I go to the text box and I choose the colors, I can use a feature that's called eyedropper, right? That feature is just brilliant. The way it works, let me show you. The way it works is I use eyedropper and then I hover over any element, right? So that I can take the pixel perfect color. So if I hover this orange part or the blue part here, right? I will take immediately, not that I clicked on the white one, but still, if I click on the blue eyes, let's use this one, I will take the exact color. However, I want the orange color. I don't have that orange here. Take a look what I mean. If I try to take the orange color from outside, look what happens. I cannot do that. What's more, if I have that file here, I cannot take any color outside of PowerPoint, you see? The eyedropper stops working. It doesn't work. Or does it? It depends. Now let me show you on what it depends. If I use eyedropper and I press the mouse button and hold, don't release the button. Take a look. I click somewhere where it still works. Click and don't release the mouse. And drag outside. Take a look at what happens. You see? That's how you take any color from anywhere in your presentation. That's the easy way. So if you need any color from anywhere, press and hold, drag, and it works. So this way you are going to have consistent colors all across the presentation also. Now, that's trick number 2. Now, talking about consistency in the presentation, let me show you another deck. So this is a very premium event that's upcoming in London. And we were working with them on everything, the story, the design, and delivery. This is, by the way, a document that's being sent over email. Everything that you see here is hand-drawn for them, etc., because they say we are a really premium event. Well, that's okay. However, explain to me, how is it possible for a premium event or for a company like ours to use a font that's called Calibri? If it's premium, right? That's like using Comic Sans, right? I don't know if you have heard that font, but it's a bad one. Now, most of the times, if I want to make sure that the font all across a presentation is the same, right? Because I want to keep it consistent, I go on each and every text box, I select them and change it to Roboto, right? I go to the next slide, select all, go Roboto, and that will work. That will work. I agree. However, here we have 9 slides. Now, I don't know for you, but my world and your world for sure is not with presentations that are 9 slides only. What if I have 90 slides? What if I have 190? What if you're like one of our other clients that just purchased a training program with 15 modules, and each module comes with a PowerPoint presentation that has more than 90 PowerPoint slides in it? So multiply 90 by 15. Who is going to do that work? And how is he or she going to do that? Slide by slide? Really? How much time would it take? Because unfortunately, that's what they did. And I can give you the estimation. It took 4 weeks of someone clicking, changing fonts across 15 presentations with more than 90 pages each. That is, again, that is mind-blowing. So the next time you need to change the font all across your presentation, quickly do the following. Go to the presentation, go to the Home tab, And on the Home tab, you will see a button that's called Replace. However, in that button, I want you to click here on the arrow below, because there is another feature here. And that feature is called Replace Fonts. So let me show you how it works. So if I go here, you see Replace Fonts, the Replace Fonts menu. It's a very small menu. And what Microsoft is asking you here is, tell me which font do you want to change to which one? Okay? So on the first level, I'll say I want to change the Calibri font. And on the second one, I want to change it to Roboto. So it should look, in my case, like this. Right? So now once I click Replace, Microsoft goes through the whole presentation and asks, is there Calibri here? Is there Calibri here? Is there Calibri here? Is there Calibri here? And every place it finds it, flips it over. So let me show you. I click Replace, boom, you see here what happened? Let me show you the other slides. This is after, take a look at before. See? Random slides, absolutely random slides with one click. One click. Don't spend time on stuff like that. Or at least, if you are willing to spend it, tell your manager, or hopefully your manager is not here, but tell your manager that it will take a lot of time and you need to take a home office, because otherwise it won't work. It's just so much effort. Wake up at 10, wake up at 11, drink coffee, go outside, take a look at the nature, do some sports, click one button and fix it, okay? Don't do that, okay? That is trick number 3. So let me show you something else. Trick number 4. Another issue that you may see. So this is a German startup, very interesting company. And in that presentation, you will see some really fancy effects. So for example, you see things flying from, let's say, from the right-hand side, then other things flying, and then even changes, etc. Right? Right? However, by the way, this red is a very contrasting red. However, I have another issue in this presentation. The effects are nice. This one looks okay. However, this one and this one does not look in the style of the title on the first slide. Now, how would I change this to fit this one? Well, I can select this, see the settings. I can see, okay, that's the font, that's the size. It's white color, it doesn't have any color underlining, and I can go to each and every text box and do it the same, right? I can repeat it. Or you may have heard about another one, that if I copy paste this, if I copy paste the text box, I can move it somewhere, and then I can say, click on the text box and use the so-called format painter, right? The format painter will take the style and will apply it to the new text box. So let me show you something, right? Click, done, it's over. However, what if I have multiple objects? I have the same problem on the next slide. What? I should go copy paste it now on the 3rd slide, on the 4th slide, and every single time go up and down, up and down, up and down like crazy. That doesn't work for me, or at least I hope it won't work for you too. The way you do it is, take a look. You take the one that has the style that you want, and instead of clicking once on the format painter, you click twice as you are opening an icon. So I don't know if you know that, but take a look what happens. So I will double click as I'm opening an icon, so double click. And then if I go to the next slide, take a look. You see though that the format painter does not disappear. So if I go to slide number 3, I can click again, and I can click as many times as I wish until I say it's over, right? I don't want to waste time, and I'm sure that you also don't want to waste time on stuff like that. Please think about becoming more and more productive in a software that I think you like very much, right? No one hates PowerPoint, so it's completely okay. Okay, so Format Painter is also another tool. And by the way, if you hover over that piece of, I cannot hover over, if you hover over on the Format Painter itself, you will see underneath that it says FYE. If you want to apply the formatting in multiple places, double click on Format Painter. This thing, by the way, works in both Word and Excel, so if you are using those tools too, you can use it. Trick number 4. So up until now, data leakage, let's say, eyedropper, the fonts, the replace fonts, and this one. Now, last one. Before I started this company, I was an IT guy. I was a SQL Server MVP. So I was doing a lot of presentations. This is at the beginning of the company. So I decided to present at a conference which was in Sofia in Bulgaria. And in that presentation, I don't know for you, but depending on which company you work for or the event that you present at, sometimes you will be presented with some really tricky colors, right? Orange, pink, green, whatever. And once you try to find images that fit those colors or that color scheme, it becomes increasingly hard. You don't have the budget. You cannot hire a photographer. You cannot pay get images or whatever, 300 euros per image. So you need to figure something out. And you don't have time, right? That's also important. So let me show you something. This thing here is a slide that is not original, let's call it. The photo was downloaded from a site that's called pexels.com, completely free images there, whatever. However, this is not the original file. Take a look at why I'm saying this. So on top of the photo itself, there is a filter, orange filter, that was created like this. So I will insert a picture. I will insert, where is it? Shape. I'll draw a shape on top of the photo, right? I'll remove the border because I don't want a border. And then with eyedropper and what you just learned, click and hold, take the orange, then right click, go to the format shape option that's underneath here. And from there you'll see something that is kind of cool. There you will see a slider which is called transparency, right? From here I can just make the filter transparent. So I can play, let me just show you. So right. However, I know what is the number, so I need 92%. So in this case, once I'm ready with this filter, take a look at what I do. I go to each and every slide and copy paste it, right? And this way, my whole presentation becomes orangish without spending time looking for a photo that have orange elements. Now, this trick is so powerful that if you see this talk, because that's the same talk, in this case, my main color is the black one, right? The black one. However, instead of me doing a new presentation, looking for new photos again and again and again, take a look. This is the same picture. This time, however, is with black filter on top of it. Let me just, it's kind of hard for you to see it, but I'll zoom a bit. Take a look. Do you see it easily? Yeah. So instead of building the same presentation over and like recreating it, I just change the color of the filter and it's done. So let me show you one thing when this case won't work, and let's wrap this up. So this presentation here is something for an internal purpose, and once I saw it, I knew that our designer did something quite strange. The reason why I'm saying it is because if you look carefully here, you understand that this is a filter, right? It's obvious. However, I'm kind of curious here what happened, because the reason why I'm saying this is because if I remove the filter, you'll see a picture, and I know that this picture didn't look this way. I just know it. I remember when the photographer took it, so I know that it didn't look this way. Let me show you how it looked. This is how it looked. So if I bring back the filter, right? Do you see the problem? The problem are the colors. When the colors are so intense, when you put a filter on top of it, it doesn't look okay. So what she did was first, look, she just removed the colors. She made the photo black and white first, and then she applied the filter. And when I saw this, I was like, Jesus, that is such a simple solution. And especially for someone who is not a designer, who is a tech person or whatever, that's like easy stuff, right? So this is, if the first option does not work, try to first make the photo black and white and then apply the filter. So these are the 5. I closed my initial presentation. Is that the case really? So let's try and open that one, okay? So from here, I just need to say the following. Did you learn something new in this? Okay, cool. So tomorrow there is another session where I'm going to show you how we pushed the limits of PowerPoint to build some really stunning presentations for 3 of our clients. So if you want to learn how you can use tools like the latest technologies in PowerPoint, like Morph, Zoom, and the so-called Enterprise Designer, so that you build those presentations and at the end of the day differentiate yourself and the brand, please join me tomorrow, theater number 2 at 3 whatever. So what you saw are a few tricks that will save the day, right? That will save the day and will keep you out of trouble, and at the same time will help you build better slides. So my ask for you after you go out and after you leave Ignite is just the next time when you're building a presentation, that you're building slides, just try those tricks. Try those tricks, because at the end of the day, it will help you stay out of trouble, and that's important, at least that's what I think. And yet, it will help you build better slides, and not only you will build them better, and they will look better, but it will be faster, okay? Thank you very much again for the attention, and have a great day.